Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. I wanted to remind you that self-compassion isn't a shortcoming. It's not even a vanity thing. It reminds you that you are human and that you are experiencing life and that you can't control outside influences, nor can you control the movement of the energy that you may either be walking into or alchemizing or, having to dance between when you're migrating and, doing your thing. Because you can you hold the ability to perceive yourself in the manner in which that you resonate the most. And typically, we like to think of ourselves small, that we're inconsequential in the vastness of it all. And that is so untrue. Because each and every person, energy, mindset, direction, vision, right? It's all just as important as the entirety, because each and every one of us make up the entirety. And if one of us is feeling some sort of way, then it could very well influence the whole. Because we want to help. We want to feel complete. And we can feel your sadness. We can feel your despair. We can even feel your anger and your frustration. And it makes it much easier for you to bear when you hold self-compassion, regardless of what's going on, where your mindset is, where you're moving, how you're perceiving. It all starts with the seed. And that's not metaphoric. That's actually quite literal. And the seed that I'm planting within you is that you understand that self-compassion is an asset, it's a tool, it's a needed companion, reminding you, encouraging you to live from your heart, to move in a manner in which it brings you joy. And when you outwardly share your joy, then you're sharing it with everyone around you, whether it be nature, friends, family, or even just carrying out into the energy, into the cosmos, right? When you don't allow, love to lead your way, and you allow what you think you need to be in order to stand out or be apart from, that's wrong. You were never meant to stand apart from. We are all meant to shine. We are all meant to express our story, even if it's, on our road to our destiny. Because everyone's story is important, because it taught lessons and values. It offered different perceptive views, right? That maybe at the time was only what you could absorb, because you still hadn't processed, how bitter or how cold energy could be when it's not nurtured or loved, right? And if you don't hold some type of compassion for thinking, harboring, moving, finding yourself, maybe surrounding yourself with things that are meant for you to witness, be a part of, so that you could learn from and grow, that you now know what it is that you rather not have on your path. And we can all pick out 5 easily things that we've learned we don't agree with, doesn't agree with us, not where we're going, not where our mindset is, and not with our future direction either, right? So when you say, I hold compassion for me today, what you're really doing is allowing your inner fears or frustrations or concerns or once limited perception, right, to not embrace, not honor, not keep relevant within your space, but to gain the value from, the wisdom, the knowledge of, and see how you can incorporate the value that you've gained, right, from the distaste, what you don't dig, simply said. And you could use it in a beneficial way, because what you now have is gained wisdom and knowledge, and it puts your forward motion in a clearer path away from what once held you back. And when you hold compassion for yourself and say that what was meant to be a teaching lesson was never meant to remain, only to understand, to perceive, to stand taller, right? And it's not setting you above, it's giving you depth. The depth that maybe you looked past and marked off as, too far for you to travel. But when you hold self-compassion, there is no distance between you and that. So forgive yourself if it bothers you that much for harboring those feelings, I would imagine. But with me, I think, and I am grateful for everything that comes my way, because it can hurt, and sometimes it does hurt. And sometimes I do give energy or life to a situation before I realize that I don't need to add energy or life to a perception, a feeling, a sensation that I don't like. And I could easily change it by incorporating the understanding, the wisdom, the knowledge of whatever that lesson was, and then use the beauty that always lays within. Because when you look for positivity, you'll always find it. And when you look in negativity or in dense or dark or unsettling situations, it's waiting just to pop out at you, because it's the lesson that's the biggest value, the biggest gain. Because when we grow, when we evolve, we're not letting go of forgetting or, saying that any one part of us is bad. because every part of us is good. And when we learn how to embrace all of the good within all of the bad and allow compassion and forgiveness to fill every spot, we're elevating. And it will show in your movements. So next time, if you think that you're gonna like tongue lash yourself or slap yourself on the hand, this is a perfect opportunity for you to stop and think, was there a lesson that I needed to learn so that I don't keep repeating this? Because when you lash yourself or slap yourself, all that does is leave the door open for that lesson to come back. But really what needs to happen is that once the value is gained, right? Improper English, sorry. Then you can shut that door because you don't need that anymore. So when you close the door to what it is that doesn't serve you, well, you embrace the values or the lessons that you've learned, then you'll start to see that things positive and loving and light-filled flow easily and effortlessly to you, to your energy, providing you the encouragement and the inner love that you may need in order to understand that we are compassion, we are love, and that when we offer it to ourselves and not just offer it out, that it does, help the collective and complete the love in the entirety, to give the courage and the strength to the others that may still feel the pain or the despair, maybe even the anger or the frustration that we do know that you feel. When you're ready to release it and sail lighter within your energy, I'm always near. So do reach out, send me a note, give me a shout, and we will certainly shine your light and your self-compassion and your self-desire for success in a very healing, positive, forward-moving motion. I love you. And thank you if you stuck around this far, because what I do know is that sometimes I could be long-winded, but what I actually am is sending out waves of love and encouragement in the energy that I keep, that I share with you, because you're amazing. And I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you. Thank you. I love you.